Hi, I'm Fee. I wanted to take this time to explain everything we've witnessed so far in Skyward Sword, just to be sure we didn't miss something significant but subtle, because there's a lot of that in this game. Also, I wanted to apologize. I've been sick for the past month or so, and I'm only just starting to get my voice back. So you will still hear me being creaky and having congested sounding voice. Sorry. But I couldn't let it stop me from doing this. We know from the beginning that there was a war between the goddess Hylia and the demon king Demise in order to rule the land. So, to save the Hylians, the goddess sent them into the sky. She gathered the more resilient races to beat back the demon tribe and return them to underground. Hylia knew this seal would not last forever, and she alone did not have the power to defeat them, also for reasons we have yet to experience. Thanks to the efforts of the Old One and Impa, Zelda was able to escape capture from Demise. But she's made aware she must stop Demise in order to save her people and pretty much everything. So Impa guides Zelda to purify herself within these sacred springs. It's the first couple of temples we went to are the sacred springs. We have yet to know exactly why Zelda must purify herself in order to save everybody. But what we've seen with Link so far in this story has massive implications as to what the goddess's chosen hero means. I just wanted to express something that I think a lot of people look over in Skyward Sword, that we all look at this game knowing that we're going to be the hero. But Link was never aware of what he was capable of from the beginning. Starting out, it's made obvious that he is kind of airheaded and a pushover who let all the people around him speak for him and decide things for him. We see the scene where Zelda sends the note to wake up Link for the wing ceremony. I think everything that we see in the beginning of Link implies that he never wanted to go to the Knight Academy. He never aspired to be a knight. But the whole reason he was there is because Zelda pushed him to be there. Zelda wanted to become a knight, so she pushed him to go there, or maybe he just kind of followed her there. Maybe his own desires were more for a simple, peaceful life, like the lumpy pumpkin, or just kind of farming. You'll see this a lot in the games to come, too, that Link kind of more has this simple life desire. And then there's Groose. Groose is made to be everything Link is not. Groose was made, born to be the hero of the story. He has the ambitions, he's very driven to achieve, and he's really focused. He practices, he knows what he has to do to achieve his goal. It seems like Link never cares to even oppose the things Groose says to him, because I think Link knows that what he says is true and not just jealous insults coming out of nowhere. He does seem kind of accosted because Groose comes on to him really strong with his accusations. If you notice, Groose can't even seem to get any sort of response from Link, no matter what he says or his antics, like hiding Link's bird. Link never seems to ever get mad at Groose for doing these things. And yes, he runs around to get his bird in time for the wing ceremony, but he never seems to be passionate about the wing ceremony. It seems like everyone around him is like, oh no, you gotta go, you gotta do this, you gotta win the wing ceremony. And even Zelda pressures him too, because she's playing the maiden in the wing ceremony. Obviously, Link wants to be next to Zelda all the time, whether that's romantically or just kind of generally in life, is that he just wants to be around her. But she aspires so high, so ambitious to play the goddess in the wing ceremony, to hand make a sailcloth, to learn the ballad of the goddess. She has big goals, and Link wants to follow her through this. Even hiding his bird, he doesn't really care what Groose has to say or do, as long as Link is next to Zelda. I think he would be perfectly happy in life to just float around, being simple and void of any hardships. And I think it's Zelda's big ambitions that keeps him from doing that. to go from this simple existence to suddenly the one person that he just wants to exist with gets kidnapped. So in Link's perspective, everyone's looking to him like, you're her best friend. You gotta go save her. He hears the spirit of the sword, Fi, calling him. She leads him to the goddess sword to pick up his destiny. I think Gapora can somewhat also hear the sword's spirit. He's connected in that sort of way to the goddesses. He finds Link picking up the sword. It really impressed him, even in a way that this kid that his daughter has just been kind of dragging through life is now a chosen hero, a hero of destiny. And he begs Link. Link has this huge guilt trip now. You're the chosen hero, you have the sword, now you gotta go save Zelda. Remember, Link has only trained with a sword with the Master Swordsman. He's only trained as much as his peers in swordsmanship. He's no expert, so he suddenly has to find a way to the surface to save Zelda. Through these sacred tablets, he's able to open it up, the cloud barrier, and go to the surface. So he's made to go chase Zelda around through all these sacred springs, and he always seems to be either late, like he's completely missed the plot in the first temple. It was already obvious that Zelda's not there, she's moved on, to the second temple where he shows up just in time to see her and Impa leaving. This is really significant because it's not only showing growth within him, he has a desire now. More than just, this is what Zelda wants me to do, this is something I have to do. Impa kind of lights him up, like, you're late, man. I had to save the girl. You can't do this with a weak spirit, with being airheaded, and you gotta toughen up. You have to temper yourself to be more driven. You need more drive if you want to save Zelda. She doesn't even let Zelda humor looks at Link because he's yet to be worthy of Impa's time at all, because she had to carry the heavy load. He's supposed to be this chosen hero. If it wasn't for her, Zelda would have been captured by the demon tribe in Girahim. This is also where we learn a little bit more about Girahim. More than just, you're this kid and I'm a lord of demons and I just stomp you out. You learn that he has a goal in mind. This is where we learn that he wants to resurrect his master and that he needs Zelda to do it. But it's really interesting, some of the vernacular, the words he uses to talk about Zelda. He calls her the Spirit Maiden, and even Impa refers to her as Your Grace. There's obviously something significant about her. Like, we know that she does have some sort of role to play in this destiny, but what exactly that role means is yet to be known. The fact that Impa turns to him and is like, you suck, dude. You can't save the girl, and I have to, and you're the chosen hero. Link kind of takes this to heart from now on and really digs deep inside himself, and you can kind of, watching the cutscenes, almost sense this change in him. Suddenly he went from this helpless kid who's just kind of awestruck by this girl to, man, I gotta get better. He's gotta be something more than just lackadaisical and whimsical. You kind of witness Link being bolstered by Impa's inflammatory comments. By the time we're getting to the Temple of Time, Link actually makes it there before Girahim. I think this is less happenstance and more to depict that Link is going through a change in himself. At this point in time in the game, that Link is no longer simply bringing Zelda home. He's now been given meaning. He found meaning in himself. A God-given title to work alongside Zelda to save this wondrous new world and all the creatures within it. No longer is he just doing things by Zelda's demands or because someone else is pressuring him to do so, but now more just the desire to be the goddess's chosen hero. Bigger than Zelda and himself, but fate's worthy champion. And that's the change we see in Link through the Temple of Time. He's more focused, more determined. His spirit, his will is stronger at this point, not just for the sake of Zelda, but for himself. He gains this confidence. With Zelda's soul purified and Link bolstered, we see Zelda throw the goddess's harp to Link. He's gonna need this tool to do something with the gate. Obviously, she sang a song and awoken the gate. Now she's giving the harp to Link to come find them. Impa blows up the Gate of Time to keep Girahim from going through it. With Link's newfound confidence, everyone's treating him differently too. Even Girahim recognizes his name. Impa sees the change in him and recognizes him as Link, the hero. Not only has Link found himself, but other people are recognizing it too. Which takes us back to the Sealed Grounds, where we meet the Old One and she teaches Link a crash course on the Goddess's Harp. Through summoning this hidden Gate of Time in the Sealed Grounds, the imprisoned, feeling pressured by the gate's presence, reveals itself, like actually in the flesh reveals itself. The Old One was able to keep it sealed. For the most part, the imprisoned spirit has been able to leak out of the seal, but now the imprisoned is out. World-ending monster in the flesh now. Link takes it upon himself for the first time. Realize this was the same kid who, like, when he didn't sense his bird around, wouldn't jump off the ledge, just like what these sky people do. Knowing that he has not only Zelda and Gaepora right behind him with their birds, he also has the other knights around. If he falls and doesn't call his bird, people could save him, and Link was still hesitant to jump off. To now he's facing the imprisoned, a monster of apocalyptic power. He's just gonna go headlong in. He wastes no time to go down there and face the beast. He manages to seal the imprisoned back, which surprises even the Old One because she has yet to witness this growth in Link until now. And finally, his spirit is strong enough to enable a seal that uses the power of the goddesses. Not even the goddess Hylia, but it has the goddess's symbols carved into it. So the significance of him being able to manage the seal means that even the goddesses has recognized Link in general. They see him for the first time and allow him to use their essence to trap the imprisoned back into the ground. That's not to say his spirit's strong enough to fully unburden the imprisoned. Link's soul isn't powerful enough yet to fully seal away the imprisoned, but as the Old One recognizes, he's strong enough to buy time. The Old One states that Link must face more trials and hardships to grow alongside his sword. This statement isn't just saying, no, you need to get stronger. This statement is more significant in his and Zelda's destiny. It is a remark to show that there is much more growth. Without giving any spoilers, through even the box art, Link must obtain the Master Sword and defeat the monster. That's been the basis for all Zelda games for all of time. He is yet to become, even with all his growth, worthy of the Master Sword, that he must not only bolster his own soul even further, but also strengthen his sword. She mentions using the goddess's flames to temper the sword. All of this, up until this point, is to tell the story of some kid who's just flat, with no ambitions. He's not even main character worthy. Even Groose is more of a main character, even more of a dimensional character than our protagonist himself. To now, this protagonist has earned his right to have a name, to be recognized. That's what the game has portrayed up until this point. Universe building wise, not very significant, but character building wise, these are gonna be the blocks that build Link and Zelda's characters from this game on through the rest of the series. This is the creation of our main characters for the Legend of Zelda series. And the hardships that they go through in this moment also passes on the trials and tribulations of every other game. This is why I thought it was important in my first video to include the concept of karma and samsara, because everything that they're doing now, not significant, but does have a ripple and impact in what they are in the future too. So I really didn't want the whole first half of this game to go unrecognized in the grand scheme of The Legend of Zelda as a series. They are becoming the Link and Zelda of the entire Legend of Zelda series. Their karma does pass on. They do reincarnate with an influence from their past lives. And this is setting the groundwork for that. There was no de facto Link and Zelda before this. This really pushes who they will come to be in future instances. As for Girahim, the imprisoned, and demise, we're just gonna have to see. What kind of effect to the future do they have? And in future games, what kind of ripples have they made? Also, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for watching my videos. I know they're really long. I didn't want them to be that long, but I feel like in order to make it to main points in the game, they had to be about an hour, because that's about how long it took me to get from one point to another. And thanks for being so patient with me as I learned to edit videos, because I've never edited videos before this. This has been a passion project that it's multiple years in the making. It's a lifetime of studying these games and coming to my own conclusions, hearing other people's conclusions, and kind of like a conglomeration of everything that I know about Legend of Zelda. This is a project that I've years and years been wanting to make. So this is like a dream come true to me. I just wanted to thank you all, no matter how many or how few there are, just being able to share this experience and kind of nerd out and show off my knowledge of everything I know about the series. You're gonna see some other new things on my channel to come, because Legend of Zelda content isn't the only thing I wanted to do with this channel. This channel, for me, was gonna be more everything that I'm passionate about. I have some ideas about possibly separating all of this out into different channels and kind of organizing it in that way, but I feel like I'm not really big enough to do that yet. More content to come, some more funny stuff, goofy things coming in the pipeline. It's just gonna require me to learn more skills than I have currently. If you guys have any opinions or if you have any critiques, let me know what you want to see. I can definitely do that. I hope everyone has a nice day. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you in the next video.